Greetings and a very good afternoon to you. This is CTV Sports coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club / Santa Rita Polo Farm. The sister club just up the road. I'd like to welcome you all to the second game of the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial Six Goal. A beautiful afternoon here in southern Florida. The two teams that are going to be playing this afternoon are Bushwood Pink, and I think you can tell by the name. Well, the words in the title there, Bushwood Pink are in the pink shirts against the Windsor Polo team. We might have a little bit of a mix-up there. I could see that we've got two players with the number 3 shirt on their backs. We'll come back to that in a moment, but let me just tell you who's playing for Bushwood Pink. We have Jen Buchan playing at number 1 off a -1 goal handicap. Then Darren Tamplin playing at number 2 of 0 goals. At number 3, Piers Bossum, the first 2 goal, and then Pedro Guterres playing of 5 goals and making it a total of 6. Windsor Polo team. We should have James Peponis, there he is at number 1, playing of -1. And then Finn Secunda, he's playing the number 3, I believe. I'll wait for confirmation on that. Well, he's playing off a 1 goal handicap. Justin Daniels, he's playing off a 2 goal handicap at number 3. And we should have Justo Mourinho playing at back of a 3 goal handicap. That team also totaling 6 goals, so no advantage given. The Windsor Polo team having already played 1 match, the first match, in fact, against Casablanca, which they won by 6.5 to 3. Your umpire, there in the middle of your screen, the fountain of knowledge, to say the least, and a man you want to be... You always want to pay close attention to, especially when he's here at the CTV Sports studios, breaking down the individual players and the fouls. You can learn a lot from him. The one and only Dale Schwetz, of course, is our mounted official today. As I say, a man with many, many talents, a former very, very successful high-goal professional polo player, one of the top umpires in the business, and also, well, the voice of polo here in America. Dale Schwetz out there this afternoon, making sure that the boys and girls play by the rules. So once again, great to have you with us here. We have a total of 6 teams in this Madelon Bourdieu Memorial Six Goal, made up into 2 brackets. The Polo School, Lost Creek and Camp Polo in bracket 1. Casablanca, the Windsor Polo team, and Bushwood Pink in bracket number 2. So just waiting for the umpire to line the 2 teams up, and then we'll get things underway. And I can tell you that Finn Secunda, with the number 3 on his back, he's the young man with the purple helmet. And if I'm not mistaken, we might even have a change. I'll just wait for our field side correspondent to give us an update exactly who's out there. We did have Max Secunda, the dad, playing the other day. So father and son, and of course the grandfather, none other than Julian Hipwood. So 3 generations of polo players here. One, of course, I'm sure will be watching from the sidelines. As I say, we're just waiting now for that ball to be thrown into play. And then we'll get the second game of the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial underway. And whilst we're waiting for that, I can just tell you, just remind you, if you weren't here to watch the first game, the memorial is played in honor of Madelon Bourdieu, of course, mother of Grand Champions Polo school director Juan Bellini. Bourdieu, who passed away unfortunately back in 2009, came from a family with a strong polo tradition and was a player herself. The Bourdieu family has made significant contributions to the sport and founded 2 polo clubs in Argentina, and it's in her honor that we play this memorial. So away we go, ball's in play, and it looks like Windsor getting the better start here, winning that first throw-in. And I'm pretty sure that man coming down the bottom of your screen with the number 4 on his shirt, that is Justin Daniels. But like I say, I'll just wait for a confirmation from our field side correspondent. On the move then, Bushwood Pink, and a nice little touch there at the front by Jen Buchan as they try and get that ball closer and closer towards that goal. In comes the near side shot. Nicely picked up, and that was Finn playing it out towards the boards, hoping that Justin Daniels could get a piece of that. Stopped and trying to turn things around, and that is Piers Bossum. 2-goal player, very, very strong. Now, can he take it all the way and finish it? They're in front of goal. Everybody converging in front of that goal mouth. Ball gets cleared. Well played. picked up now by the 5-goaler, Pedro Gutierrez. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Bear with me. My Spanish isn't quite up to scratch. A little ride off there coming in again from Daniels, I believe that is. As he will take that ball. Yep, that's Justin. And he will work this ball. Lovely, very nice pony he's riding on here this afternoon. Nice bit of defense there by Bushwood, stopping him in his tracks. But in comes Finn, wasting no time. Secunda now will work it. And he knows he's still got Justin at the front door. That's a perfect pass. Can he get an angle? He can get an angle, but I think he might have just ever so slightly put that wide. But a very good attempt here. First attack, the real attack coming from the Windsor Polo team. And as I'm sure you've noticed that all the tournaments that we've been playing here this season, from 6 to 26 goal, have been of an absolutely incredible high standard. And also this 6 goal, very, very fast-paced, amazingly well-mounted, all the players, and just a lot of fun to watch and, of course, to commentate. Here we go then. Next attack coming from Bushwood Pink. That ball will just flip over the sideboard, so we will have a change of possession. Must have come off a player from Windsor. So very quickly taken from the spot, 5 yards away from the boards, and away we go once again with Pedro Gutierrez. The 5-goaler will send that one straight down the middle into midfield in the hope that somebody can pick it up in a pink shirt, but it will be Finn. Finn Secunda looking over both of his shoulders where he can play it to, and that whistle. Well, I'm just trying to deduce what exactly happened there. It could just be a whistle for a courtesy change. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to have. We're going to have a courtesy change. Still plenty of time left here in this opening chukker. No score just yet. But as I was saying, we have 2 brackets in the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial 6 goal. And the Polo School, let's just go through bracket 1 and give you an update of who the teams are, because there's some pretty big names competing. The Polo School with Meredith Lovegrove, who did another great, showed a great performance yesterday at the Sunset Chuckers and Cocktails. So she's making huge improvements. Then Milo McDonough, the 0-goaler. Santos Bellini, 2 goals. And Colo Gonzalez. Now, he's always someone to keep an eye out for. That is the Polo School. Lost Creek with Kimi Gottwald, playing at off a -1 handicap. Thomas Obregon, always when there's an Obregon on the score sheet or on the schedule, always keep a close eye on him. Leo Mandelbaum, very strong at 2 goals. And Willie Humet, the 1-goaler, that is Lost Creek. And then Camp Polo, and I get a load of this. Pearl Duncan, -1. And then we go into, well, Polo royalty, if you will, amongst the ladies. Millie Hine, Hope Ariano, and Mia Cambiasso. Now that is one hell of a strong team. Looking forward to when they make their first appearance here in the Memorial. In bracket 2, as I said, Casablanca with James Bird, Alex Webb, Grant Ganzi, and Benji Daniels. Surprisingly, they lost their opening game against the Windsor Polo team, because on paper they also look very, very strong. The Windsor Polo team, as I've just mentioned, they're out there. The original lineup: James Pepones, Finn Secunda, Justin Daniels, and Justo Mourinho. And then Bushwood Pink with Jen Buchanan, Pedro Gutierrez, Darren Tamplin, and Piers Bossum. So a very, very strong lineup here for the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial 6 goal. Now, the winner in 2024 was La Dolfina, who beat the Polo School at Valiente, 4-3. The MVP was Juan Cruz Marcos. So that's how they left it last year. Players are back out on the field. We are still in the first chuck at 3:35 on the clock. And a penalty too, based on a foul that will have occurred just before that courtesy change, going against Windsor and in favour of Bushwood. Bushwood Pink, no problem. And there is the first score of the afternoon, after a very straightforward penalty too. And as I say, Bushwood Pink taking the lead now here with that first goal. Back to the halfway line they come. And let's see how Windsor Polo team will respond to that. On the halfway line, waiting for that ball to be released. Here it comes, and it looks like Mr. Daniels might get a piece of this. Going back now in defence very quickly. Bushwood Pink not want to waste any time. Would like to win the ball once again very quickly and pick up another ball. There he is. Daniels on the move. So he's definitely wearing the number 4 shirt. Out to the left-hand side. And that, I believe, is Max Secunda. So unless I hear something different, Justo Mourinho not playing today. Max Secunda, who also played in the first game, playing alongside his son, is playing the number 3 position, as is Finn, who's, as you can see, also wearing the number 3 on his shirt. So, a little bit of a melee play here. Another whistle will stop the action. Let's have a closer look at this. We could see as one player was trying to make a play. That was Mr. Daniels. Plays it relatively clean. And I think we might... Oh no, they continued playing, and that is where the foul occurred, coming across the right of way of what looked like Pedro Gutierrez. I'll just wait and see what umpire Dale Schwetz decides on that play. It all looked relatively straightforward until that right of way infringement. Now he's going to give it the other way. I do apologize. So there must have been a foul that took place just a little bit earlier prior to that, what looked like the foul, which is why they interrupted the game. Because sometimes, of course, the umpires will allow that that play to open up and to blossom, to then decide and determine, do I give a late whistle, or do we blow later on that play? So it must have been a foul that occurred before that, what looked like a right-of-way infringement against the Windsor Polo team, but it was the other way around. Here we go then with the number 4. Pedro Gutierrez plays it out towards the boards. Now let's see if Bushwood Pink can pick up another goal. A very early challenge coming in from Max. Plays it out to the left-hand side. He's found Finn. Finn now, what can he do? He's immediately got a defender. Pedro coming in to take the ball off him. Gutierrez working it hard. Has 2 Windsor Polo team attackers either side of him. Turn around by Max. Max now will try and send that one, well, a little bit closer into the danger zone. Not able to pick it up and control it. Back again to Pedro Gutierrez. And then out of nowhere comes a shot from James Peponis, just putting it wide. So the pressure very much coming now from the Windsor Polo team onto Bushwood Pink here in the dying few seconds of this first chukker. So still just the 1 goal coming off the spot there. The penalty 2. Putting Bushwood Pink in the lead by 1-0. And let's see if Pedro Gutierrez can possibly pick up another or engineer the start of an attack which could lead to another quick goal here for Bushwood Pink. But Windsor, as you can see, again standing very, very deep. We will have had the horn down on the field, so the last 30 seconds of play remain here in this first chukker. They still have it. And away we go. Alongside the boards, if he can keep it into play, and he can. Pedro Daniels coming in for the challenge. Little under the next shot there by Max. Now, has he found someone to take the ball back up the field? Now, his little open backhand comes off the wrong player. Max will straight away hammer that one down. Daniels. Now, Daniels will try and run away with it, but I think he's running, but they're going to run out of time unless that clock is still ticking. But you can see there it is, running out of time. So that'll bring us to the end of chukker number 1. If there was an infringement or a whistle, I'm sure we'll find out what that was. When we return, stay with us. Chukker number 2 coming right up.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post. If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Welcome back, everybody, and a warm welcome and a very good afternoon. CTV Sports coming to you this afternoon from Santa Rita Polo Farm, just a few miles up the road here from Grand Champions Polo Club. And we are, of course, showing you the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial 6-goal. And the two teams competing out there this afternoon in the name that matches the colour of their shirts, Bushwood Pink, playing with Jen Buchanan at number 1. Off a -1 goal handicap, Darren Tamplin. The position with a 0-goal. Piers Bossum playing off 2 goals at number 3. And Pedro Gutierrez, 5-goaler, who picked up that opening goal from the line, the penalty 2, putting Bushwood Pink in the lead by 1-0. The Windsor Polo team in the dark shirts led by James Peponis at number 1. With a -1 goal handicap. Now, there is no number 2, but therefore there are 2 number 3s. We've got a father and son combo. Always nice to see that. We've got Finn Secunda playing the number 3 of a 1-goal handicap. And he's wearing the purple helmet, so that might make it easier for you. And then his father, Max Secunda, playing the number 3 position as well. And he has got a 3-goal handicap. So nice to see father and son playing, and I'm pretty sure the grandfather, Julian Hipwood, will be down there as well. If you are, good afternoon, Mr. Hipwood. Good to have you with us, of course. And then, of course, at number 4, the last player in that team, the Windsor Polo team, Mr. Justin Daniels, playing off 2 goals, as I say, at number 4. And that was Mr. Daniels right there, hitting that little backhand, looking for someone to play it to, and he's found Finn, and Finn might just take this round the outside of all that traffic. Left behind for Max. Just caught off guard here, and this could be a breakaway play now for Bushwood on a very beautiful pony, and away we go. It's a one-man show, the Pedro Gutierrez show on his way to goal, keeping his head down. Look at that pony open up for him. Absolutely fantastic. And those balls, you couldn't hit them straighter if you tried. Cracking goal there. Goal number 2 for Pedro Gutierrez. Of course, that pony, not only a very, very fine-looking 4-legged athlete, but the power. And then just the elegant finish. And looks like they're on a bit of a roll here this afternoon. Windsor, as I said, they opened up this tournament playing and beating Casablanca 6.5-3, despite the fact that they were given half a goal on handicap. Dominated that game, but haven't quite yet found their rhythm here in this second match. Maybe things are about to change now that Finn Secunda has picked up the ball from the throw-in. That makes such a difference, winning the throw-ins. Time to change that direction a little bit. Wants to send one straight down the middle. He was looking for Daniels, but intercepted and very well played. Bushwood Pink once again on the move. Piers Bossum trying to get that ball over the halfway line. Just fumbled it. Once again, back to Max. Max now. A lot of space over on the far side. Couldn't control it. In comes Jen. She'll be told to go up towards that north end of the field. This field, of course, running north to south. Piers Bossum trying to pick that one up on the near side. Couldn't quite get to it. Max will pick up the loose pieces and try and turn things around here for Windsor Polo team. Plays that one out to the left. Looking for and finding. Nicely done. Finn Secunda. Now, all of a sudden, they've got a bit of a roll going on here. Daniels will try and pick this one up on the near side. Unlucky, didn't quite make the contact. A near side backhand, but straight into the lap of Finn Secunda. And Finn, 1, 2. Oh, unlucky. I thought he would have going to put that one through. Daniels came in to lend him a helping hand, but hang on. The danger isn't over just yet. Max, will he try and work this one through? Well, he's going to give it his best shot. Just, trying to bulldoze his way through those defenders, and we have a whistle on that play. Very fast, a lot going on. Let's have another look here. This is when that ball came out to Max. He was out a little bit further afield, picks it up, stops, turns, everything by the book there. And then, was there a little bit of a rub there? A little bit of an uneven ride-off. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see what umpire Schwetz decides on that play. They were going very, very fast. Time for a quick courtesy change. And then when they come back out, we'll see what the decision of Dale is. Drone footage, of course, helping immensely. Giving us all a much better, clearer view of what actually went down there. And it's a penalty too. So as I thought, a little bit of a rub there, and the penalty too is the result of that last play. So a chance here now for Windsor Polo team to pick up their first goal of the afternoon. And after a goalless first chukker, and already 2 goals scored by Bushwood Pink, both coming from Pedro Gutierrez. This will be a much-needed goal, just to calm things down within that Windsor Polo team. I'm sure that if Julian Hipwood is down there, he will be advising and telling the players exactly where they're going slightly wrong here. First and foremost, of course, maybe to tighten up a little bit more on the defensive side of things. So here we go then. Max Secunda to take his first penalty in favour of Windsor Polo team from the penalty 2 spot. So 30 yards, an open goal. And again, no mistake. Picking up the first goal here now for Windsor Polo team. 2-1. We are in the second of our 4 chukkers as they make their way back to the halfway line. So a couple of seconds before they all get there to remind you that this Friday, a very, very special day here at Grand Champions Polo Club. The Sunset Polo International is back with its 7th edition of the Nick Roldan, who's the host, alongside Grant Ganzi of Grand Champions Polo Club for the Sunset White Polo Party. And if you haven't already secured your tickets, I can only urge you to do so very quickly. Sunsetpolo.com is where you can get your tickets. All proceeds, of course, going to the Kid Cancer Foundation and also to the Polo Training Foundation, the PTF, of which we've got a big day coming up next Monday here at Santa Rita, playing on exactly this field, the Buenos Aires field and the Aspen Valley field. So a great day out for all the kids, all the youngsters coming up through the ranks. So make sure you tune in for that. That's coming up on Monday. But as I say, Friday, very much looking forward to. There's a real buzz going on here at CTV Sports. Looking forward to that 7th edition. And if those of you who were here a couple of years ago, last year, we had to cancel it due to very, very bad weather. But I think it was the year before, if not 3 years ago, when we had 50 Cent come and perform. So a great, great day out. Fantastic polo. And as I say, go and get yourself your tickets as soon as you possibly can. Because they are selling out fast. So we will have a very short little interruption there. And but I can tell you everything's okay. It looked a lot worse than maybe what it was. Man with the number 3 there, Piers Bossum. A little unfortunate there. But he seems to be okay. He's back on his feet. That's the most important thing. And the pony seems to be okay as well. We'll have our medic give him the once-over and give him the green light. Of course, we can't play polo without having not only a vet, but also a medical crew on standby for any eventualities. And even if the player might think he's okay to continue, the medics just need to make sure that they really are okay. I'm just having a look at what actually happened there, and it would suggest that the pony And there's a little contact. Yeah, I think the pony was a little bit spooked, and there was definitely a bit of a contact. But like I said, at the end of the day, all that matters is that both player and horse are okay. And let's just hope that Piers can get back in the saddle and can continue playing this game. Good shot there of Max Secunda, who I'm sure will be briefing his team. There's still a bit of work to be done here. Justin Daniels, nice new look with the beard. So just waiting for the green light and for Piers to be able to, or to get back in the saddle to continue playing. Yeah, the drone didn't quite catch, or the center camera only caught a little bit because it was on the right side of the screen. Of course, the camera will follow the play, and the play was Finn Secunda trying to do something with that ball. So just out of the screen, out of shot to pick up exactly what happened. So can happen that a pony will trip over its own leg. It's very, very rare, which is, of course, why they're trained. Also, because we're hitting the ball on the right foot to go out on the lead foot, which is the right foot. You can change leg, of course, by shifting your weight. I'm sure those of you who've sat on a horse will know exactly how that works. But as I say, he seems to be okay, just waiting for confirmation, and then we'll continue with chukker number 2. Very nice also to see how Windsor Polo team straight away went to see that Piers was okay. Oh, well, there he is. He's back in the saddle, and that's great news, and it's good to see. Right, well, I've just been told there was a foul committed on Max Secunda, so they're going to continue the action with an open goal penalty 2 in favour of Bushwood Pink. That is what I've just been informed from our fieldside correspondent. So, most important thing is that, as I say, that Piers is okay and able to continue playing, and no injury sustained. So it's a big chance now for Bushwood Pink to once again restore that 2-goal advantage. He's already picked up 1 from that very same spot, the penalty to Mark Pedro Gutierrez. Let's see if he can do it again. I'm pretty sure he can. Having already scored 2 goals, this could be goal number 3 for the 5-goal play is called. Here we go then, Pedro Gutierrez. As I thought, no mistake there. So 100% from the line, 2 out of 2, and then 1 regular goal out of regular play, making it 3 goals to 0. Beg your pardon, 3 goals to 1. I have on my score sheet. We had that penalty 2 taken by Max Secunda. And we have a little over a minute and a half remaining here in the second of our 4 chukkers. So, sigh of relief, I'm sure, and good to see that that young man is back in the saddle again, and that he got straight back in the saddle, because those sort of tumbles can also leave a bit of a trick on your mind. But he's getting right back into it. I like that very much. Comes out on top, and away we go. Little challenge coming in from Finn. Piers needs a little bit of help, playing it on the near side. This is very good for confidence. Little backhand shot there coming from Max, and this could be a broken play, and away we go with James Pepones. But straight away, they're not wasting any time. Pedro Gutierrez comes back, intercepted here by Max. Max Secunda has another, or tried to go for another swing. Now it's Piers. Not quite hit that backhand cleanly. Now, who turned first? Well, the umpiring say it doesn't really matter because there was no relevant speed here, which could have caused any potential danger. And now the cheeky steal here by Max Secunda, allowing, or the umpire allowing this to continue. Max with a little touch. Now, did that go through? I'm pretty sure it did. It was very close on the inside of that post. Let's have another look. Takes the ball, runs away with it. Immediately, they're coming out of nowhere. You can see how Finn tries to clear the way. But that went through, so Max Segunda picking up his second goal of the afternoon. Making it 3-2, and that'll be it for chukker number 2. So stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
If you are in the area, I I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Welcome back. Once again, a warm welcome. A very good and sunny afternoon here. CTV Sports bringing you all the action as we always do. Today it is the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial 6-goal, the second match in this very special tournament. We're at Santa Rita Polo Farm. Your mounted official, Dale Schwetz, has just started chukker number 3 with a throw. And as you can see on your score, on your screens, top left-hand corner, the score is 3 to 2.5. Just a quick reminder of who is out there. Let's start with the team in the pink shirts, Bushwood pink. Number 1, Jen Buchan, playing off a -1 goal handicap. Darren Tamplin playing the number 2 position off a 0-goal handicap. At number 3, Piers Bossum, the 2-goaler. And at number 4, Pedro Gutierrez, the 5-goaler, who has so far picked up all 3 points here for Bushwood. And what a great save here on the line by Finn Secunda. That surely was going to go through. Very well played. And then I believe, yes, it's Piers Bossum, who had that unfortunate incident in that last chukker, finds himself in the right place at the right time, and that will have done wonders for his confidence after that little incident, as I say. And then just very, very cool, like a pro, puts that one through as Piers Bossum, now the Bossum picking up his first goal and the second player in the team to do so, making it 4 goals to 2 now for Bushwood pink. But on the move very quickly here, the boys in the black shirts, and then, of course, the Windsor Polo team led by James Piponis at number 1 of a -1 goal handicap. As I say, there are no 2s, but unlucky, James. That would have been a nice goal if you'd have just put that one through. At number 2/3, we have 2 gentlemen out there, father and son, playing the number 3 position. We'll start with Finn Secunda. He's wearing the purple helmet. He's a 1-goal player. At number 3, Max Secunda. He's 2 goals. So, and he's wearing the white helmet. And then at number 4, Justin Daniels, the other 2-goaler. Hence why there is a half a goal, which you won't see on your score sheet or on your score on the left-hand side on your screen. Half a goal added to the Windsor Polo team. So the score line now, as it stands at this point in the game, is 4 to 2.5 in favour of Bushwood pink. And in that last attack, that ball just going out of bounds, so we're going to have a penalty 6, so the equivalent of a corner. Never more than 40 yards either side of that penalty 4 spot. And that's also something which has been modified over the years. Back in the old days, if the ball went in out of bounds over in the far corner, they would have played the 6 from exactly that point of where that ball crossed the line, 60 yards back into the field. So now a chance here for Finn Secunda, probably about 75, 80 yards. That looks like a clean hit, and ever so slightly just puts it wide. A little unlucky, but he hit it well. So Bushwood pink dodging a bit of a bullet there. And let's see if they can now extend on their lead. Once again, the big ball coming from Pedro Gutierrez. Plays it out to the right-hand side. He's found Piers Bossum. Bossum, yeah, very quickly challenged. And what a great little play. And Daniels will pick this one up after Finn laid it up just right for him. And very good defense here by Bossum, but he just couldn't take more than just one player. Finn Secunda had come back into the game, picks up his first goal of the afternoon for the Windsor Polo team. Very important. And again, it all started with Finn. Daniels tried to finish it. Piers doing a very good job there, but as I say, he took on one defender, and then there was just one too many. So 3.5 to 4. Is the new scoreline, as we're just about to throw that ball back into play. Here it goes, and as we've seen so far, on quite a few occasions, once the team gets possession after that throw-in, you know, that puts the wheels in motion for that offensive play to start taking place. Remember, they change ends after every goal is scored, and I'm really pleased to see this young man, Piers Bossum, getting right back into it as if nothing had happened. Secunda. And we will have a whistle. And I think that whistle will be for a courtesy change. Yep, so they have been running and gunning. Maybe to the dismay of Pedro Gutierrez, he would have liked to maybe continue playing, but pony welfare always comes first. Chance for me to also tell you what is coming up tomorrow. Very big day here, because we go from today 6 goal all the way up to 26 tomorrow. The action continues in the World Polo League tomorrow, Thursday, March 20th. Remember, a day before the Sunset Polo International. That's on Friday. I'll come back to that in just a few moments. But tomorrow, Thursday, 1:30, the World Polo League continues with the Palm Beach Open. Casablanca taking on Travieso. You don't want to miss that. And at 3:30, so back-to-back, a literal double-header, right back to each other there at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. The Maltese Falcons taking on Tonkawa. So you might just want to skip coming back to the office after lunch. You know, make it a long lunch. Make it a nice long polo lunch and enjoy, maybe with a nice cup of tea. Maybe enjoy an afternoon of 26 goal polo. Remember, the highest level of polo played here in America, outside of Argentina. And if you've been watching and if you've been tuning in, then you know that we've got some amazing players competing again for this, which is, of course, the 7th edition of the World Polo League. Set up, and the brainchild behind that, of course, Melissa Ganzi, who is also, of course, part of the roster and part of the lineup with her Maltese Falcons. But now let's go back here to the remaining just under 3 minutes left to play here in the penultimate third chukka of this Madelon Bourdieu Memorial 6 goal. Windsor have possession. Nice long ball from Max Secunda looking for Finn. He's going to pick that one up on the near side. Would like to feed the ball to James Peponis. Finn will just drop one into the danger zone. Trying to tee that, will lay that one up for Max. He's going to have to do a little bit more work to get that ball off Pedro Gutierrez as they go into the corner. Pedro, of course, trying to clear that ball and get it away from his own goal mouth. Max trying to challenge him. Pedro will send that one, unfortunately, out of bounds. So there will be a change of possession. And now this could be a bit of an advantage here for Windsor, because they're, I would say, 2/3 downfield or upfield from that goal mouth. So I'm sure they'll have a set play. They're not going to waste any time either. Max looking for Finn. He's found him. Plays it right over the top of Darren Tamplin. Good play. The under the neck shot coming. Power shot. Unlucky. Unlucky. But I like the way Max did that. Just a little lofted ball over Darren Tamplin, who was going up the field with Finn. Finn got it nicely. Just a little bit off in the finish. But it just goes to show how strong this Windsor Polo team are. And there is still plenty of time to turn this around, to try and make it 2-0. Remember, they won their opening match against Casablanca. They'd like to leave the field with the second win. And away we go now with Piers. Piers Bossum here for Bushwood Pink. Couldn't get it over the halfway line. Nice turn, and A nice stroke there on the near side by Finn Secunda. Lets everybody override. Takes his time. Clever play. Finds Max. It's always nice when father and son communicate and harmonise the way that they do. And a long-distance shot coming from Mr. Daniels. Well, as Dale always say, it's polo is a game of inches. Well, that was probably a few more than just a few inches, but nevertheless, very close indeed. Just slightly out on that near side post. Away we go. Pedro, what's he got up his sleeve this time? Drags everybody across to the left-hand side of the field. Changes, goes back to the right. Now then. Cheeky steal here, and he's going to get away with it. Well played, Justin Daniels, and this sets it up perfectly now for Max. Max in front and on his own. Can he take it all the way? Would be a very important goal if they can pick it up. Goes for the shot. Oh, unlucky, Max. Unlucky. Very unlucky indeed. And that will bring us to the end of Chukka number 3. So a goal apiece. But still, anyone's game. Make sure you join us when we come back for the 4th and final Chukka here on CTV Sports in just a few moments.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Fourth Chukka action of the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial. A very good afternoon. Jan-Erik Frank is my name. 6-goal polo is the game. We are in game number 2 of the Madelon Bourdieu Memorial, coming to you from the beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm. Bushwood pink in the pink shirts, obviously. Windsor Polo team in the black shirts, and they are currently down by half a goal. They are a 5-goal handicap team against a Bushwood pink, which are a 6-goal handicap team, and took Windsor the better part of, well, at least one and maybe 1.5 chukkers to get their mojo going. But they did very well in chukka number 2, picking up 2 goals. Mind you, so did Bushwood pink. 2 goals coming from Pedro Gutierrez. But Max Secunda, he took care of business, picking up a goal from the penalty 2 spot and 1 out of regular play. And it was a goal apiece in chukker number 3. So this half a goal difference is, well, it's been the theme we've had in a lot of the 6 goal here, where that half a goal has made all the difference, especially right at the very end. And that can, of course, either be your win or your loss. And let's see if Windsor Polo can turn this around. They have still plenty of time to do so. We have an early foul here in chukker number 4. It looks like some heated discussions going on down there on the field, but if one man can, you know, defuse that kind of a situation, it's definitely our mounted official, Dale Schwetz. And I've just been told we could also possibly have a tack issue, so one of the players just needed to adjust maybe something on the tack. But Dale Schwetz, who, as I'm sure you know, doesn't mince his words, just being very, very, as always, diplomatic and a problem solver, I like to call him. You know, if there's a problem, Dale will be up in the first row to try and defuse the situation, to keep everything going smoothly. Nice shot here of Max Secunda there, just getting on a different pony. And then we will continue with chukker number 4. So as I was saying, in that opening chukker, Bushwood Pink got off to the better start, picking up a goal from the penalty 2 spot, Pedro Gutierrez. It was 1 goal to, well, that half a goal after the end of the first chukker, and then both teams, or rather I should say Windsor Polo team, you know, stepping up to the plate, picking up 2, as did Bushwood Pink. Chukker number 3 again, both teams just with the 1 goal. So Windsor finding their rhythm, especially as the game continued. And now the big question is, you know, will Bushwood see this over the finishing line? Still plenty of time to play. That 1 goal needed by Windsor Polo team would put them in the lead by half a goal, and then the shoe would be on the other foot. And everybody's back on the field. I can tell you that Max is also now back on the field. We're going to have a hit from the spot, a 5-8 in favour of Bushwood. So they've got the slight advantage. But hovering there, you can see, is Justin Daniels, waiting to see where this ball's going to go. And that's going to go all the way up deep. But again, a nice little double whammy defending wall there by Finn and Max Secunda. And if I can read his hand signals correctly, and I wouldn't mind having another look at that last play. Was it a 2-on-1, 2 meeting 1? Of course, that is not allowed in the, as it says in the rule book. Here we go. Let's see what happened. It was a long, long ball. Secunda played it back. It was deflected. And, yeah, as I thought, a little bit of a blocking foul there. And that is going to result in a open goal penalty 3 in favour of Bushwood Pink. Now, he's been 100% from the penalty 2 spot. This is now, of course, 10 yards further back for Pedro Gutierrez. And let's see if he can, which I'm sure he can, also complete this open goal penalty 3. 40 yards, as I say, the distance, to make it 5 to 3.5. Well, that looked pretty nice to me, to say the least. So again, 100%, no mistake here from the 5-goaler, Pedro Gutierrez, picking up goal number 4. Piers Bossum, and I'm really glad that he picked up a goal in chukker number 3 after he had that little incident, where nothing untoward happened. That's always very important. So now the pressure even more on Windsor Polo team. Let's keep a close eye on that clock. Top left-hand corner of your screen, coming down to the 5-minute mark. And Piers Bossum, working very hard, would like to extend that lead and possibly pick up another goal. But Finn, he's got other ideas. And nicely played. A little bit of a blockage, but the player gets out of the way straight away. There's a deflection. Of course, that would mean a new line has been created, but he's the only player there, so no imminent danger, no imminent chance of any kind of fouling. But Pedro, he jumps in the middle of these two. Pedro Gutierrez, what can he do now? He's up against Daniels. He'll push him further back into his own half. Still Pedro. Hammers a nice ball. Now then, who's going to jump onto this? Well, Piers a little bit, just a couple of inches too far ahead. Well played there by Jen, getting out of the way to allow Justin Daniels, who was coming down that line rather fast. Let's have another look exactly what happened here. Yeah, Max gets out of the way. Daniels also not in his way. There comes the long drive. Now watch that ball drop. There was a touch, a new line. Yeah, and that's, even though she cleared, Daniels obviously coming down very, very fast. That's how I saw it. But like I said, she did clear, and Dale, again, I'm sure what he does so well is breaking down exactly what happened so that these players, especially the younger players, younger in the sense of, you know, less experience, can understand why that was a foul, why it needed to be called, and in order to avoid it from happening again. It's always very nice to see that Dale takes the time to break it down and educate the players at the same time, especially, you know, at the lower goal level. So Daniels using the opportunity for a very quick pony change, comes back out. Exactly 4 minutes on the nose left to play. So a little bit unfortunate there for Jen, who didn't mean any malice, I'm sure, but this is where the relative speed issue comes, and Justin was on a very, very fast pony coming down that line. And of course, he didn't want to T-bone anybody, so away we go then. Hit from the spot. It happened literally within the vicinity of the halfway line, hence a penalty 5A as opposed to a 4, which had it taken place a bit further downfield, I'm sure he would have awarded a penalty 4. But hello, all of a sudden, that attack didn't quite pan out the way they were hoping to, and Bushwood are on the move again. Everybody now in the half of Windsor. Little shot downfield. Secunda. Finn will send it back. He's found Max. And Max will be looking, where is Daniels? He's already making his way up towards that south end of the field. There's the chip shot pass. Once again, nicely played, father to son, and it's going to be Finn. Oh, hello, in comes Jen. I'll try and play that on the near side if he can. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky there for James Peponis. He came down the line, wanted to finish that broken play. And with 3:02 on the clock, we are going to have our last and final courtesy change of this game. And whilst that's taking place, I'm just having another look here on my monitor as to what actually happened there. Yeah, well, she rode him off. And then we had the whistle. Well, yeah, I think also, I'm just having a look at my screen there, couldn't see anything untoward, so it was just a regular courtesy change, and that's good. So play will resume exactly at that spot when they come back. But at the moment, Windsor Polo team are very much feeling the pressure here. Bushwood Pink very strong after that last penalty 3 converted by Pedro Gutierrez. And with 3 minutes and a couple of seconds on the clock, I think the key word here for Windsor is possession, possession, possession / 1-2 goals. And I'm pretty sure Bushwood Pink will do everything they can in their power to stop that from happening. Well, never give up is the philosophy. You know, always go to the very end. Crazier things have happened. So let's see how Bushwood can get this over the finishing line and pick up their first win of the Madelon at Bourdieu Memorial, 6-goal. Secunda. Nicely done, well timed. Just not quite there where he wanted it to go. And in comes Piers. Bossum now. Needs to outplay both of them. He's got father and son either side of him. The open backhand. He was trying to send that one towards the boards. He could see that Max is going that way. And everything once again comes to an abrupt halt. Just having a closer look at one of my screens here. You see the backhand shot to the halfway line. In comes Piers. Now then, that's all still relatively clean. Lost the ball. Finn picked it up. Finn tried to send a backhand shot, a quick line change. And that will be the question. Who was on that line after it had changed? And to me, it looked like it might have been, well, not might, it was Jen Buchan. So well done, Jen, for jumping on that line very quickly. And a great spot there, of course, by Dale picking up that super quick line change, which, of course, can make all the difference. And as a result of that, and again, where it took place, chance here now for Pedro Gutierrez to pick up I was about to say to pick up another one from the penalty line, but he's put that one wide. Well, maybe the adrenaline or the pressure just getting the better of him there. So dodging a huge bullet, but now, of course, also very much aware of the fact that time is not on their side. Max Segunda will play that one out to the boards. He's found Finn, but they need to get their skates on here because, as I say, time now very much of the essence. And they need 2 goals. 2 goals to take the victory, if that were to be the case, by half a goal. Daniels in for the challenge. A little bit of an entanglement there. The backhand shot looking for Finn. Now, ideally, that would have been dropped or would have been picked up on his stick side. Daniels, once again, same play. This time he fakes the backhand. 1:45 on the clock. Has to drill one downfield. Well played. Looking this time now for James Pepones. Solid backhand from Pedro. And now it'll be the turn of Max. He's got a bit of space. Can turn things around. Does so. Needs to be more precise now in his passing. A little bit short. Or is it? Well, he let the ball come to him. Had to check his pony. But Piers, well, he'd like to have another go at this. Piers Bossum. And this could be the game changer because the possession out of Bushwood Pink means pushing Windsor deep back into their own half. Piers, oh, well played, Piers. Oh, he read that very well, keeping the pressure on Finn. He might get another chance. No, he's going to have to leave that one behind. Cleared now by Max. But there was a whistle. There was another whistle with just under a minute remaining. Let's have a look at what happened here. I like the way Piers picked that one up and ran with it. Finn tried to clear it, didn't get a big piece of it, and then, oh, very good reaction here. Now then, again, that was a clean backhand shot, but that is where the traffic was coming from the right-hand side. Let's see what Mr. Schwetz makes of that. Yeah. As I suspected, a new line, a new right-of-way was created again after that, that ball changed its direction, and that makes all the difference. And then, of course, the first player to jump on that line, the nearest player to that line, will automatically be awarded that line. So, a bit of deja vu. Second chance here for Pedro Gutierrez. I'm sure he'd like to get it out of his system to seal the deal here for Bushwood. Open goal penalty 2. No mistake. That's the third from the penalty 2 spot that he scored. Just the one miss. We won't go on about that. But in total, Pedro now picking up 5 goals in this Madelon Bourdieu Memorial 6 goal. And, well, they're going to come back to the halfway line, but I'm pretty sure Windsor Polo team know they've been beaten on this occasion and have plenty to analyse and to discuss when they go back and enjoy the footage, of course, brought to them by CTV Sports. They might just get one more run here. Would be good for the motivational level if they can pick up another goal. But hello, Jen Buchan. She's going to have a crack at this. You go, Jen. Oh, well done. And another one. Unlucky. But again, dragging the team with her. Well played, Jen. And again, valuable time that she stole or that she took from Windsor because you could see on your screens they just ran out of time, and that will be all she wrote. So, final score then, 6 to 3.5. Congratulations, Bushwood picking up their first win. Well done, Jen, Darren, Piers and Pedro. From all of us, I very much hope you enjoyed the coverage here from CTV Sports. Quick reminder, Sunset Polo coming up on Friday. Don't forget to get your tickets, sunsetpolo.com, and then tune in tomorrow, 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, March 20th. Casablanca taking on Traviesa, and right afterwards is part of the World Polo League's Palm Beach Open, the Maltese Falcons taking on Tonkawa. From all of us here, enjoy your Wednesday evening, and we look forward to having you back here tomorrow, CTV Sports.